friends. Very exciting day. We are about to unbox our new podcast equipment. For so many years, I've used this particular microphone, this Yeti microphone that has served me so well. And I will be giving that to my child, and we are going to be upgrading to the SM7DB. So all you podcast listeners out there for the main podcast and the health anxiety podcast, you are going to get crisp sound, very crispy. So let's unbox these and let's take on our day. I'm going to share with you all sorts of things I do throughout the day and answer a very important question that someone asked, which was, Dennis, what do you do to keep anxiety at bay from one moment to the next? And I'm going to share those secrets with you today in this vlog. There it is, my friends, very exciting, and it's time to assemble these beautiful, beautiful pieces of equipment to upgrade our podcast. Let's go.
All right, it's got a bit chaotic because the arm doesn't fit on the table. So we brought in a new table for now, like a makeshift. Because yeah, it just won't clamp onto any of these bits. Will it, kitty?
These ledges are too thick on this table, so we had to bring this one in for now.
Yeah.
It does the job, but I think we may need to replace our table too. It does the job.
Is it really stable?
It's stable, but this is kind of a winky table, so I don't know if it's going to be able to hold this much weight. But for now, for recording, I think it's fine. We'll just leave it like that. Yep. Plus the plant is there, it looks kind of nice. So everything is now set up, my friends. As you can see, the arm is set up, the mic is set up, we got the software going. I'm just learning a few things from YouTube, very professional people on this stuff, audio interface. So everything is physically set up. Now we have to go in and figure out the gains and this and that, but I'm really excited about this whole endeavor, and I think it was a good investment to upgrade for the podcast, so I'm excited. It is a hot day here in Dubai, my friends, and I'm going to get to that question of, Dennis, what do you do on a regular basis from moment to moment in order to keep anxiety at bay? Very important question. I get it very often. We're going to tackle that soon. But right now we're going to my favorite cafe, and there isn't some kind of a ritual with me or routine where I have to have coffee or I have to have tea on a regular basis. The truth is that back in the day when I was suffering from anxiety, I always caught myself in doership, meaning, oh, if I have a tea, then maybe I can calm my nerves. Or if I do this, maybe I can take some of the pain away. It was always like this, do something in order to get a certain result. And when I didn't get that result, I always felt really guilty and blameful and all that sort of stuff. So there's no more doership in my life. And in terms of coffee and tea, very random. I enjoy both. Back in the day, I couldn't even have a sip of coffee. I think I had an association to coffee, caffeine, wine, all that sort of stuff that now has shifted. And because it's shifted, I'm able to drink what I want to drink, eat what I want to eat. And there isn't this feeling of hesitation and doom that used to enter into my mind and body when I used to drink these things. But I want you to comment below and just let me know if you're in that particular stage where you're very, like, your body sounds an alarm the moment you are about to have a sip of coffee, for example, or certain teas even, as Robin's right here. Hi, Robin. Hey, guys. And yeah, let me know in the comments and just let's converse a little bit, because I've been where you are, and let's go in and order whatever feels right to order. this question is a very important one to answer, and I'll just put the question over here that somebody asked on YouTube, but I do get this question regularly, and that is, what do you do, Dennis, on a regular basis to keep the anxiety at bay? I want you to understand something. Beyond anxiety, beyond the anxiety disorder, for me, I no longer believe in anxiety. It almost feels like it was a past life and now I'm living a completely different life. So when there's a moment where there's an energetic reaction, an emotional reaction to an event, I don't associate that to being anxiety, because now all feelings and emotions for me are fleeting experiences. They're not things that stick to you, and they're not things that I need to bring with me from a regular moment-to-moment basis in order to feel like myself, if that makes sense. So the mindset is very, very important, and at the deepest level, I no longer believe in anxiety, therefore I cannot have anxiety, okay? And that goes hand in hand with depression, for example. When I have a moment of sadness, I used to get so caught up in that web, and I used to see myself as a depressed person and dive right in. But now, if there's a moment of sadness, or if there's a moment of anger, if there's a moment of worry, whatever it is, those are things that are coming and leaving very, very quickly. Secondly, what I do on a regular basis is I take life very, very slowly, because what anxiety tends to do is it makes you speed up everything, right? It speeds up the way you talk, it speeds up your behaviors, your actions, how fast you work, and you get into this mode where you're always rushing no matter what. So you want to kind of stay away from being manipulated by anxiety, and instead show your subconscious mind and body that you consciously are in charge, the higher self, right? The you who is present right now, right? And when you start to really slow down, which I do regularly to keep anxiety at bay, or any kind of anxiousness or stress or anything like that, I am much more resourceful in how I think about things and how I react to things. But if you're engaged and if you're caught up in the web of rushing and over worrying, then you cannot make conscious decisions. And next thing you know, you look back on the day and go, well, the day just kind of sped by. I don't even know what happened. That's another thing I do, is I really slow down. I slow down, you know, how I drink my tea, my coffee. I slow down how fast I converse with people. I slow down the content that I make here. And during my anxiety days, if I listened to somebody who was actually going through a slower speed of verbalizing something or acting, I would get very uncomfortable with that, because I used to see myself as someone who would always rush and get things done very, very quickly. Alongside these things that I just discussed to keep anxiety at bay, one of the other things is I no longer identify with anything that is in the realm of negativity, okay? So I unconsciously used to identify with being a worrywart, right? I used to worry about everything, and I used to be the over-controlling type. I would always see myself as this person who had to control every little aspect of my life, right? But now there is no identity. It's like almost like it's an I am, but there's no continuation after that I am. It's not I am the culture that I grew up in. It's not I am my occupation. It's no longer I am an anxiety sufferer. It's no longer these labels, these diagnoses that are given to us. So I no longer associate myself to any of those things. There is no label when it comes to me. And when it comes to my name, Dennis, there's a lot of past baggage that comes with Dennis, right? So anxiety in the past comes with Dennis, depression, clinical depression, adrenal fatigue, burnout, dysregulated nervous system, struggle, poverty consciousness, rushing, as I mentioned, all of these things, past trauma, blame, guilt, Dennis comes with a lot of baggage. So if I continue to identify myself as being Dennis with that name and everything that comes with it, then I probably would still be stuck with anxiety. But now, beyond anxiety, beyond Dennis, I simply am, right? I simply am. I don't connect myself to the name, and I go about my day not needing to know who I really am, not needing to know what my real purpose is, not needing to know what's ahead in my future, not needing to know how people are going to respond to content that I put out, so on and so forth. I don't need to know what's going to happen in the future. And that's really the biggest thing that keeps my anxiousness or worry, habit from back in the day away. So those are just a few things, and I hope they help you, my friends. No matter what it was that just spoke to you, comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. We're going to the movies. We're going to the movies.
When was the last time we went to a movie?
A very long time ago.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, I'm more of like a show guy now. Like I like shows. So like watch a show, great episode, looking forward to the next episode, can't wait, but still got to get to bed at the right time. That kind of thing, like Vikings.
Unless you're binging the show.
Yeah, unless you're really.
Fool Me Once did that all night. I stayed up all night.
So what's this? The name of this movie? I don't even know.
Well, yeah, we have no idea. I didn't even know who was playing in this. It ends with us, and people are like, okay, the book is so good. Apparently, people read the book in like one sitting. I have no idea what this is even about. But
romantic comedy.
It's Blake Lively. So
okay.
Let's watch the trailer, because also Inside Out 2 is playing.
Ah, yes. Has anybody seen Inside Out 2? If you've seen that movie, comment below, because I heard that there is an anxiety character in there that plays the leading role.
I love it. That would be fun to watch.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, let's watch this trailer.
Let's see the trailer.
Notting Hill, maybe? Notting Hill-esque? I don't know.
Oh, if it's anything like Notting Hill, I'm in.
Ooh, love it.
Whoa. I have a feeling it's not a happy ending. I just get the feeling something dramatic happens at the end.
Yeah, and I heard that people think about this movie for a couple weeks after.
Oh, it's one of those.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It looks dramatic, but I wonder. By the way, how hot is it right now?
It's so hot because when we turn this on in the car, we can't have the air conditioning on at the same time, so we are boiling. I'm gonna guess that it's 40 degrees, feels like 54.
For sure.
So
it's time for us to make our own music so we don't get copyright.
Karaoke in the car.
Car karaoke.
Car karaoke, let's go. Last time it was Sweet Caroline. A lot of people were like, oh man, you guys sang it so well. And some of them were like, yeah, don't do that again. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a month. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink, I need home for a rest. We arrived in December and London was cold. We stayed at the bars, and never saw nothing. A bastic that do da-da-da-da-da-da. And as please of our coats, you have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a month. I've been drunk since I left.
Take me home!
What's interesting is what me and Robin do regularly is when we hear lyrics that are very self-sabotaging, very negative, such as the ones we just kind of sang.
Yeah.
I just picked up on those lyrics.
Yeah.
That we tend to change those words,
We do.
right?
Yeah. Very conscious of what the programming of the song is like.
Yes.
So if it's like,
yes.
I don't have this, like
Right.
sometimes it goes really dark and
Very
like negative,
dark,
and we
yes.
turn it around.
Yes.
Or we just turn it off if it's
Yes,
like,
we don't listen to it
we
usually.
don't want that programming.
So I'm so sick from the drink. I'm so healing from the drink. I'm so healthy from the drink. And we'll kind of sing it that way, which keeps you away from that whole like consciousness of like poverty and self-sabotage and stuff, right? So that's a good tip there, guys.
Yeah, like even that Sia song, and she says something about like, I don't need no money. Like, okay, I understand what she's trying to get at, but like when you're saying that over and over,
yes,
that's like an incantation, an affirmation,
yes,
and you're kind of putting it out to the universe. You don't need money, and
yes,
like that's not the reality, you know. So
yes, very important, very good, very good. Things to be aware of for sure.
When we switched listening to those kind of music,
things change.
Things change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our mindset changed for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Last minute decision here at the mall. We are not going to the movies. I repeat, we are not going to the movies because the times just simply didn't align. Some of the movie times were too late. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to get our steps in at the mall. Sometimes we like to do laps around the mall to get as many steps in as possible because walking outside in Dubai right now is impossible in the summer. It's too hot. So next best thing, get your steps in at the shopping mall. I don't really like going into the shops, but it's more so about moving. And after that, we're going to stop off at the grocery store just to pick up a few items. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that we eat on a regular basis and some of the things to pay attention to when you are shopping to better your mental, emotional, physical, and even spiritual health.
Dun, dun, dun. This is your go-to salad, like every second day. Potato buns. All right, we're here at our favorite market, but I want to show you something that we've been eating a lot of. But before that, we used to get the soup, and we used to think it was really quite healthy, like a good choice. And then I looked at the ingredients because you would think it's in the refrigerator aisle, like it's gonna be good for you, but the ingredients were crazy. There's like 30 things in here and there's a lot of junk. So I just wanna show you. So since then, we switched it up and now we're doing these homemade soups. Ones like these, and it literally has just broccoli, asparagus, onion, edamame, spinach, olive oil. Like, there's no junk in here. Turmeric, black pepper. It's so much better than this one. And it's crazy because you would just think it looks fresh, it looks healthy. So, yeah, it was one of those things I was like, oh my gosh. Kind of surprised about how we were eating that for so long without even looking at the label. So look at your labels, guys. Bag it up, D.
Get to work, Dennis. Get to work.
You did tell them though we weren't able to see the movie.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
No, not today.
Not today.
Not meant to be.
A different day. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. So one important reminder when you're taking your mini vacations throughout the day is to remind yourself that there's no need to be disappointed when your mind starts traveling to the future or traveling into the past, these sorts of things. Because it's really easy for the lower self or your inner child to start becoming bored and to try to create some defensiveness in what you're doing, your change work. So when you start your mini vacation, there's a feeling of, ooh, this is a bit different, and I don't know if I can do it, so on and so forth. Then you're in the meditation or you're taking the nap, and all of a sudden there's a feeling of, oh man, my mind is wandering and my body just doesn't feel right, so therefore it's not working for me. But in truth, if you're laying down and you're taking a nap, for example, and you're trying to nap, your goal is to nap, but you can't nap, you're still physically resting, you're still emotionally and mentally resting. So in that way, you're still creating progress over anxiety. So just make sure that you guys remember that any kind of disappointment that shows up because something happened where your mind wandered or your body it doesn't feel the way it wants to feel, these are just defensive acts trying to get you back into your comfort zone, which is to go do, and protect from any kind of unfamiliar experience. So I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining me on vlog number 2. I love your comments, your engagement with these videos. So please leave a comment to let me know what you think about the vlog and any other questions you may have that I can answer in the next vlog, because I'm really enjoying making these and taking you along from day to day and from week to week. You know, when this comes out every Sunday, make sure you're ready every Sunday. So if you have subscribed already, hit the bell to get notified for when these vlogs come out. So Sunday is vlog day. Wednesday is our regular lesson day for the videos, our long form videos. So I'm really enjoying making these, my friends, and I hope you're enjoying watching them, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you all, and remember that you are more than anxiety. Bye, guys.